Welcome back to another edition of Comics on TV. I'm back with, people that... Every time you're on there, you do that. I'm back with people that you've seen before. Well, at least one person and an additional person. Hey, how you doing over there?
Yeah, doing good.
Good.
Had to deal with this guy all the time.
Well, of course, Rat House Productions, the man, the myth, the legend himself.
MTR, hello everybody.
I know about legend.
Oh wow, jeez. Well, you work with him, so you know for sure.
See the people I work with, such great
Hey, you're the
moral
same
support.
way too. So
And well, it's
in front of the camera though.
and of course the lovely Tiffany.
hi.
Right?
Yep.
Oh my gosh! Wow, it's tough out here for you. I mean, I see
It's hard out here for a
going
pimp.
here.
I'm not gonna lie. Not gonna lie.
It's live and let die or whatever kind of with
Yeah.
you. Well,
Yeah.
kind of like what we're going to talk about today, which is The
James
Walking
Bond,
Dead.
got it.
Well, good. Well, could be. Well, you guys saw the last episode?
Yes.
Yeah, and how amped were you when Carl got shot in the face? I'm just going to go right to the end. Fuck it, I don't care. Because I was excited. I was so happy because I don't know, I'm getting to a point where at one moment I was not a fan of Carl. I'm sorry, I'm honest.
Yeah, he gets annoying.
He
Like,
does.
dude,
Like, he's like, I'm a
stay in your damn
prepubescent,
room,
blah, blah,
kid,
blah.
right?
Seriously. Just do what regular kids do at your age. Just stay in a room, lock the door, and masturbate. That's all I need you to do. Don't come talk to us
You
about
can't
anything.
end the zombie apocalypse because all you
There's
see
no
is
time.
all you think of is zombie boobs because you've seen too many. So you're like, I can't do it. I just can't.
has he actually seen boobs?
I don't know.
If we're talking about the comic books, I will say I'm going to remain silent. I'm going to plead the fifth, if you will. But you know what? For this last episode, we have a saying on Comics After Dark at the very end. It's called, I say, keep on comic coming. And some people actually thought, we come together to read comics. I was like, no, I'm talking about ejaculating
in the comics. Oh, wow.
So
There you go.
I hate
That's
to say
beautiful.
it, but when I saw exactly what happened to Carl, I'll be damned if I didn't comic come right then and there. I was like, yes!
No.
That whole episode was amazing.
It was.
From the beginning, like, I was like, wow. At first, I'm like, oh, man. Like, Daryl and them are caught. I'm like,
Yeah, right out the gate.
again.
Right out the gate, it was like, okay, I am ready for this right now. Everything that happens, I'm saying yes to.
I
And it was great.
expected like a gun to their heads and be like, no gingers in the apocalypse. Like something.
But then there was this explosion.
Yeah,
Daryl
they nuked-
Daryl
just nuked
learned
him.
the key of keystering.
Yeah, exactly. I hope that's not how he stored it. That can't
I
be
don't
the
know
way
where he was
did it.
hiding it to begin with. Like,
Well, it was in the back of the truck.
No, it was in the back of a fuel tanker. Think about this. Who
Oh,
carries a
yeah.
bazooka?
Who carries a
in a-
bazooka in the back of a fuel tanker?
So he
Well, they're not
probably
gonna-
stabbed the guy and then reached for the bazooka that's in the
Exactly.
where they were
Where did
sitting
they
at.
went
store
for
it? Where was it hidden?
Under the seat.
It was under something, but it wasn't the seat.
But going back into the show now, we brought up something interesting, show versus comic. It's interesting how so many other people are having what would happen to Rick happen to them. Carl is now missing an eye. Rick had a patch in the comic, right?
Rick didn't have a patch.
I thought, no, or did he miss an arm?
Yes, he missed an arm,
Oh,
and
there we
that
go.
was
So Rick missed an arm, and now instead
that was passed off to Merle.
Exactly. All right, cool. And now, what's his name is now Carl's missing an eye. And who else is missing? Who else is missing an eye in the comic?
It's
besides
actually
the,
it is Carl.
It is Carl.
It is
In the
Carl,
comic?
and Carl
Okay.
for a short period of time is wearing an eye patch, or he'll be wearing the cowboy hat, and it'll be
Yeah,
covered
and it's
slightly.
covered, that's
but
true.
eventually, to the point right now, he is wearing Ray-Bans, and one of the lenses is popped out. So his good eye you could see perfectly fine, but his other eye.
It's a new age. It's a new age
Yeah,
patch.
it's the hipster way of covering your bad eye.
Okay, that's not bad. That's not bad. I mean, when it happened, I didn't know what else to think
Wait
about
till
it.
Negan gets into the picture, and the eye.
Is it
plays a
Negan or
key role.
Negan? Or
Negan.
wait, the eye
I thought
plays.
it was
Oh,
Negan.
don't tell me.
I always thought it was Negan, but they pronounce it
Wait,
differently.
the eye plays a
But they
key role.
pronounce it twice differently.
Yeah, they did.
Yeah.
They did on purpose. I noticed
Yeah.
that. So it was Negan and then Negan. So I was
Yeah.
like, all right, well, who?
They said Negan. I say Negan because it looks like Megan, so it makes sense to me.
Yeah, it makes sense.
But yes, the eye plays a key role from this moment on.
Okay, well, you know what? Screw it. Spoilers. Spoiler alert. If you guys are watching, what does it do?
Okay, well, eventually it gets to the point where Carl gets pissed off because they're really not doing anything about Negan's group, and Carl goes to the facility and tries to basically like kill him himself. And it eventually gets to the point where Negan is like, dude, I'm so surprised that you got balls, kid, but understand I fuck the shit out of your skull right now.
I thought that was going to be the issue. Literally, when you say it.
Yeah, so, and even then after that, for a period of time, Carl seems like a pretty big badass, but recently he comes out because he ends up falling in love with a chick. She ends up being a part of the opposing group that we're having issues right now called the Whisperers in the comic. And Carl basically understands that this woman that likes him for him, even with a messed up eye, blown out eye. You can see right through the skull and everything. And Rick has always been ashamed of it because he wasn't able to protect him.
Yeah.
So that ends up being the conflict between the two, because when this woman sees Carl, it sees him as a person, while everybody else looks at him with disgust. He's like Frankenstein, if you will, from this moment on. I don't know if they're going to play in on that on the TV show, but that's the way that it plays within the comic books.
Now, watching the show, I know that they're changing a few different things, but one thing that I was interested in seeing, well, I know that we're not going to see, but a connection between Michonne and Rick. I mean, romantically, it's not going to happen, which is kind of messed up.
Why not?
Whatever. I don't know. I'm just thinking maybe AMC's racist. I don't know. But I don't see it happening, and I wish it did.
I think they just connect on a level where they understand what they need to do to survive. So they obviously,
That's it. It is that level where they appreciate each other in that way, where it's like,
what they
okay,
want. They
exactly.
how to get to plan, A, B, and C, just to.
But she understands also that she's playing more than a big sister role with him. Mm-hmm. It's more like, well, I'm playing the mother role with Carl.
Yeah, with Carl.
And it's interesting because Rick accepts it and doesn't admonish it, and still helps to move it on.
It's more like the best friend that is always there. I feel like that. Like there's absolutely nothing there, but she's willing to and understands the situations, and is one of the people to spring into action. Will they have a love connection? I don't know, because in the comics, it would be Andrea, who's been dead for 2 or 3 seasons now.
Definitely.
That is the love connection between for Rick in the comic books. Mm-hmm. And on top of it, Michonne actually falls for Ezekiel, which Ezekiel should be coming in, if not this season, definitely by the end of the mid-season that will be coming up.
Now, I know that they're talking about getting to a point where they're going to end the comic. And when they're thinking about doing that, where the show is going, do you think that they're just going to continue on this way where they're like, all right, show's going right and we're going to completely just go left? Or do you think they're going to start to line up with it?
It really depends. Honestly, if you guys haven't read the very first graphic novel of The Walking Dead, which I highly suggest, it actually says that Robert Kirkman is intentionally writing this horror story to play on as long as possible, and as long as Rick is alive.
Yeah. That's right.
So how it will end, even the comic book, I don't know. It really depends on if Kirkman feels that he doesn't have any more story in him, because he originally wrote it because he saw all these horror movies and he's like, dude, well, what happens after this? And it never really gets addressed. So he was trying to make the longest horror movie in the world.
Okay.
But the after effect of everything that happened.
Well, that makes sense. It's all about the after, and it's more, the humans or the people or the monsters, not the actual monsters themselves, et cetera.
To answer your question correctly, I think that I personally think they will end the TV show before the end of the comic. The reason why is because it seems like with AMC on their network, nothing really gets past a 5th or 6th season. Yeah,
well, that's kind of like AMC's whole niche. That's their idea, because they say there's a beginning and there's always an end to a story.
Yeah.
And no matter what you see as an end or an exit, there's always an entrance to something else.
It seems like they're really good at look, it has so much hype and so much drag, one day this is going to go downhill, so we better make it go down now. Let's end it on our terms, not on, well, this has officially become crap.
Well, yeah, because they don't want to jump the shark.
Yeah.
They want to stay true to their fans, and that's something that I truly do appreciate, especially when it comes to a show, because there are shows that just go on, and you're like, well, maybe it didn't need that extra season. It could have been.
Grey's Anatomy.
But how many are they on? 11, 12, 20?
11th season, I think. It's all right. just kill them all.
Yeah, see,
Nuke
Grey's
them.
Anatomy.
Nuke that hospital already.
Grey's Anatomy is the reason that kid Dr. Love thinks he's a doctor right
Yeah.
now. I'm telling you, he watched all 11 seasons. He was like, "I'm a pro. I've got this." So that's horrible. They need to end
Patrick
that.
Harris still thinks he's a doctor.
Doogie Howser.
He can Doogie my Howser anytime. But moving on to it, going on just a little bit more. Where do you guys see the show going from now? I mean, we know Neagan, whatever, is showing up. What else?
You're all gonna hate me. But my prediction is Daryl will be killed by Neagan. That is my prediction. That is where I feel everything is going. The reason why is because Glenn has had too many close calls. And Glenn is supposed to die in the comics by Lucille.
Okay.
By
Yeah, that's
Neagan's
right.
bat. I think the only way to truly get everybody to hate him is to kill off the one character that everybody loves.
No, but Glenn has a pretty good fan base. Like, you don't want him to die.
That's what I'm
Yeah, but
saying.
the
And but if Daryl dies, I think they're just gonna lose a lot of viewers.
Yeah, people are like, "Well, I'm gonna stop watching."
Yeah, it's like you just killed the best character or one of many favorites. So,
But the man doesn't even exist within the comics.
Yeah, but the thing is, he's got so much momentum just being a character that is created just for the show. If they get rid of him for the show that he's created for, will people continue to watch?
I don't know. I just want to see him in Boondock Saints 3.
Oh, okay.
Let
that
him
makes
go
sense.
on to his movie career where he started off, people. For
I don't
indie
know, part
lovers
2
like
was
me.
horrible.
Yeah, we don't talk about it.
And well, Tiff, what about you?
I'm just going off by what like I've read and heard about the comics. So I'm just hoping that they go through that instead of killing Daryl.
I'm okay with
But,
them
like,
killing Daryl.
Jeez,
I know.
I know, right? It's
No
so-
heart. No heart.
The same way when
Heartless.
Han Solo died. It's like everybody hates Kylo Ren now. Have Negan kill
I didn't
kill
hate
Daryl.
him.
No, yeah.
You don't hate him after
I
killing
don't hate Kylo Ren for doing it, but
Oh,
I'm like, I'm sad.
Whoa.
I'm
Let's
very
bring
sad
it
that
back
Han
to
Solo-
Walking Dead. Let's not that we don't need to spoil every fandom. Let's not.
They should know by
I
now.
was gonna
They
say,
should
yeah,
know by
like-
now.
Haven't watched Star Wars?
That's
How
not
dare
our
you?
fault.
That's Star Wars. Exactly. That's why you haven't watched it.
Well, we're running out of time. It was great talking to you guys. I think talking to you guys about Walking Dead, it was great. And most likely, you guys, I'm going to have you back. So I need you to talk more about The Walking Dead. Possibly when we get towards the end, then we'll bring it back on for the end of the season.
Yeah, we teased that we were talking about The Walking Dead on the last episode. If y'all didn't understand the Easter egg that I blatantly put out for you.
Yeah, you guys should have paid attention because Lucille was there. So we'll definitely have you guys back to go ahead and discuss a little bit more of The Walking Dead. So we'll see you then. And remember, you guys can always check us out on YouTube right here on this channel. You can also check out many of the other shows that we have here on that hashtag show. You can also listen to the podcast of Comics After Dark.
Yeah, you
at
can
any
find
time.
that at rathouse.net.
There
And
you
thank
go.
you for everyone for coming to the panel.
Yeah, I appreciate it. Thank you guys for coming up to the panel. Well, thank you. Appreciate it, guys. All right. So remember, every great talk show host has an even better sign off. Good night, guys.